Yo, what's up, y'all? Good morning. It's your boy Garrett. Right now it's 9:20 a.m. down here in my hometown, and want to make this video because I want to give a special I want to give a special thanks, a shout out, and a special thanks to a certain somebody. He already knows who he is. Who worked hard, and who helped me out with my channel, and this person also had helped has helped my channels, start to go up to the get up halfway up to the top of the charts, and he helped me out with my channel and gave me tips, and I've learned from this person. I'm sure he worked really hard to make this trailer for me, and this person happens to be Brian Trusty. So, Brian Trusty, I want to give a special shout out and a special thank you to you because I really think that you did a really good job on making my trailer on my channel. The only question I would have is if there was any way I could, like before I stream or something like that, is if there was any way I could make that into my intro, and then it'll get right to, and then I could get right to my get right to me, when I stream or make a video or something like that. So, but yeah, I definitely want to thank you, Brian, because you did an excellent job on that trailer, and you're a cool person. You have very good gameplays on your channel. Your channel's good, and everything about you, you're very cool. So, want to give it. That's one of the reasons why I made this video, to give that special thanks to you, Brian. And also, yeah, and Brian, another person I think you should definitely make another trailer for, and this person will definitely know who he is, because most of the time he's always the first one in my stream. Every time I start streaming, when I get a game set up, get my TV and my game set up and everything, he always, most of the time, he's the first person in my stream. This person also deserves another trailer made by you, Brian Trusty. I told him he had a very excellent game collection, and I told him that I would be I was so, if this was to me back in the day, I would have been so I was back when I was addicted and everything. I would have been over his house every day. At a certain time, I would have been knocking at his door asking, "Is Josh home? Is Josh home?" Well, basically, I just said it. So you should definitely make another trailer, Brian Trusty, for Dr. Josh the Real Gamer. Dr. Josh the Real Gamer deserves a trailer as well, Brian Trusty. So Brian, you should definitely work on making one for him as well, because he deserves one as well. He has an excellent game collection, and I told him, yeah, certain time every day I would be knocking at his door asking if is Josh home, and like, say for instance, if he's playing the game already, like, on another system, or if he's playing Sega, I would have been going through his game. I would have honestly been going through his games. I would have been pulling out Sonic 1. I would have been bugging him like, "Oh, can I play this? Can I play? Can I play?" I would have kept on asking him, and probably would have maybe bugged him about, the games I wanted to play and everything. But, that's how addicted I was to video games back in the day. And, he just got that good game. He has a good game collection, so so I wouldn't have been able to help myself. But yeah, but myself, yeah, got my workout in the gym this morning. As always, as always, excuse me. Work out 6 days a week, and just had my coffee, did my breathing exercises, and probably gonna maybe I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna do any streaming. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do any streaming today or not, because reason why that is because, number one, I'm probably going to maybe relax for most of the day. If I lay on the couch and, watch movies or something, then I probably won't want to get up. But, and number two, I plan on also going down to call my mom, see if she home. I'm probably going to go down to her house for a little bit, because I ain't been down there in a while, even though I talked to her last week on the phone. So That's another reason. And number three, me and my girlfriend, we going out to see a movie tonight at 7 o'clock tonight. So I don't want to tire myself out. I don't want to, play too many games and then I get tired. Then I get tired and then I won't feel like wanting to go anywhere or do nothing else. So that's why I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna do any gaming today or do any streaming today or not. But you guys who's been on YouTube for a long time, you guys will, just want to let you guys know. So you guys will get the picture. But back to what I was saying though. Dr. Josh, the real gamer, you definitely deserve a trailer. You definitely deserve a trailer as well, because you have an excellent game collection. I tell you that right now, bro. I haven't seen your whole house or anything like that, but upstairs in your room, it looks like one of those buildings where you walk in the building, you walk through the front, and upstairs is like a whole game store. It's like a game store. That this is where they sell video games, or where some places would have an arcade or have an arcade, and then like game collections and all that. It's kind of like a store, like a professional store. So your room definitely looks like that, Josh. Looks like a store. Looks like a store and an arcade as well. So look pretty decent, not bad. But and another person, like I said, another person I want to thank, as well is a One Up Woman. Why? Because a One Up Woman, she every time I stream and she comes by, she always shares my video on her Twitter and everything, and she also throws out the encouragement for other people to check me out and to subscribe to my page. And most of the time most of the time it does happen. So and One Up, I was kind of swole that I had missed your stream the other day. I know you say no worries, no sorries, and everything, but I don't mean to bug you about it or anything. One Up, it's just that when I found out you were playing one of my favorite games, which was Streets of Rage 2, I was like, oh man. Out of all, not only did I miss it, but out of all games, you picked that one, and I'm not even in your live stream to see it. I'm like, oh man. But I actually did, go back and watched a lot of it yesterday, One Up, until I got really tired, until I dozed off and fell asleep. But yeah, I heard you say my name, and I appreciate that, One Up. Streets of Rage 2 is a good game. Like I said, you could also, yeah, I could definitely, what I could do to maybe help you out. I could maybe the next time if I do a stream on Sega Genesis, I'll play it, and if you're whether if you're in the stream to watch me or not. Like I said, if you miss it, you could always go back to my video. You could always go back and replay it, and just fast forward to where I was playing Streets of Rage 2, and then you could just watch me, go from there. And I could maybe give you a guideline on how I play it and what helps me out. Also, another person you could learn from that game as well. One Up Woman is Dr. Josh, the real gamer. He has that game as well, and he's really good at it. He's really good at it too. So you could also, take some tips from him, and maybe he'll help you out as well. So at least you got double help. At least you got double help. One up from that game for that game, because me and my older brother used to play that a long time ago, back when we were kids, and I had the Model 1 Genesis, and that was one of the games me and my older brother was playing a long time ago. So it brings back memories too. So it's a really excellent game. But Brian Trusty, I gotta tell you, man, and also Kamui, I want to thank you for popping by my stream a while ago, which was sometime last year, and appreciate your comment on my trailer as well. That Brian Trusty did an excellent job on. Kamui, I want to thank you for coming by, and thank the rest of thanks thank I want to thank the other people who's watched my trailer video and who commented on. I want to thank the rest of you guys for commenting on them as well. And yeah, Brian Trusty, yeah, you did an excellent job on that trailer. Like I tell you, man. What would be nice, and it's just a vision. But excuse me for saying it, excuse me for saying this and everything, y'all. But it would be so nice, like not only if we all lived in the same city and all, and if we were like close by or not even that far from each other, it would be so nice, to do something nice for Brian Trusty, like just like find a like if find a location where even if we had to bring our own TVs and stuff like that to and everything, that we could have like a little gaming party and everything, like us bringing our TVs and bringing your own systems, whatever systems you want, we could do that. And we could have like a lot of food, music, dancing, and a DJ, and just to get together gaming party as well, just definitely, it would definitely be for you, Brian. We would probably, if anything, we would probably vote for you to be the host of that party, Brian, because that party's basically about you. Because every time I see you in your streams, Brian, you look so professional. You look like you're on the radio talking. Like when you have that microphone in front of you and you're talking and you're gaming at the same time. You look like you're on the radio. You look like a radio person, Brian. You also look like you could be some kind of a gaming producer or something. Like I said, with that kind of hard work, Brian, I'm telling you, man, you could go far. You could go further. You could go further in life. You could go further in life doing that, and you could also make a good career doing that. And think about how good your future would be and how much money you would be making and everything, Brian. You're a really smart dude. You're a really cool and a smart dude, Brian, and you're a hard worker. So it all shows right there. If you had to do a presentation or something like that, Brian, and they wanted to know that you had to give them a reason why you deserved some kind of a promotion or whatnot. I would say I would stand right next to you and tell them why. And I would show them why. I would show them like here's what he made and did here's what he did for me and made for me. I would basically say you could use my trailer that you made for me, and I'll tell them like how much did I like it and how much I enjoyed it. I watched it like 5 or 6 times already, Brian, and that's how much I like it. I watched it a few times yesterday when I was at work, and it's freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie, it's freaking amazing. You know, like you're really helping me grow my really helping me grow my channel, and as much help as you've been doing for me, you could do anything you want, Brian. You could help anybody. You could help anybody really. So I'm learning all I can from you, Brian, and like I said, and it's working. So I mean, that's what would be nice if we were all in the same city, that we could have a get together party for you. But it sucks we can't though, because we all live in different cities though, so it won't even happen. But I was just picturing the image in my head though, like and also if we were to have a party for you, Brian, like we could have some kind of a gaming tournament too, just like One Up Woman said sometime last year. I'm on one TV, I'm playing Genesis Sonic 1, and Dr. Josh could play Sonic 1 on the other TV, and whoever beats the game wins or something. We could have a gaming tournament of anything really. So that's another thing we could, that would be another idea we could be able to have. But it's just basically showing like how much I appreciate you, Brian, and how much credit you deserve, because you made the trailer for me, and you made the trailer for me. You emailed it to me, and all I did was upload it and put it on my channel, and that's all I did. So you get all the credit, Brian. I like it. I like it a lot. So thank you again, Brian. Thank you again, Brian, for that. Means a lot to me, and just makes me enjoy YouTube more and more. Gaming and streaming, and having you and everybody else is my friend. So that's basically what a true friend does: is help another one out, and that's exactly what you are. So thank you again, Brian Trusty, for making that for me. So yeah, another thing I want to also talk about today is I'll talk a little bit more about a little bit about more video games. And I remember back in 2001, right? And, I was probably like in the fifth. I was probably like in the fifth grade, and me, my grandma, my granddad, and my aunt from DC. Well, excuse me. We took a we took a ride up to the flea market. We took a ride to the flea market, right? So we get to the flea market, and I'm looking around. I'm looking around for video games and stuff like that. Because it was a pretty big place, and I heard my dad mention to me about where he would buy games for me from, like for Super Nintendo and stuff like that from me. He'll always tell me the flea market and that they have all kinds of games there. So I'm looking around wondering where's the video games at. So looking around for a while, and eventually I was excited because I found them. There was like a whole bunch of I think there was a whole bunch of Genesis games, Nintendo games. There's like the actual Genesis systems there and everything. And then I also remember not only did I find them, but this old lady who was running the who was in charge of them and who was trying to sell them. Well, I guess I was working her nerves and stuff. First off, she said she had work to do and I would have to come back later. So eventually I did, and she was also selling toys there as well. And I was just picking up and looking at I was just picking up and looking at the games and stuff, and looking at the games and everything. Even though I was just a kid, I didn't have the money to buy. I didn't have the money to get any games at the time, and my granddad said he wasn't buying me he wasn't buying me any at the time. So the old lady that was selling them and running the games, was she was getting frustrated. She was getting frustrated, basically, and telling me she ain't gonna tell me again to stop touching her stuff, because my granddad was telling me, oh, she was probably just mad because she wasn't really nobody wasn't really buying anything. They were just touching stuff and not even trying to buy anything. So I was basically bugging her and frustrating her big time, and I just, I just walked away. I just walked away and said, yeah, I won't even come around here again, because one, my granddad wasn't going to buy me anything anyway, and two, I didn't have the money, because if I had the money, I would have bought me a Sega and bought me the games that I wanted. But hey, I was just a kid, wasn't old enough to work, wasn't old enough to work, couldn't even drive or anything, so I couldn't really buy myself a, Sega Genesis or whatever I wanted to, or whatever games I wanted to, even if I wanted to. So, but at that time I did have a PlayStation 2 though. But when I just seen that Genesis and those games and stuff, I wanted them so bad. Like, it just brought back so many memories. So then also in the flea market down a little further down the store, they had arcade games too. They had a restaurant down there, and they also had arcade games hooked up as well. I think one of them wanted. I think they had a one of the arcade games they had hooked up in the flea market. I think one was Tekken, one was Mortal Kombat, and there was other ones too, but didn't have the money to play them. So I just looked through all of them, and just was pressing buttons and stuff. That's all I was really doing. So like I said, when you're a kid, you couldn't. When you were a kid back in the day, you know, and your parents, your mom or your dad or your granddad or grandma will go to a certain store that has video games and stuff like that. And you ask them if they will get it for you, and they tell you no. The only thing you could hope that they have is a gaming kiosk, and you would just have to play that in the store and enjoy the moment of playing that while you can until they're ready to go. So that's the thing about being a kid. You're not old enough to work, you don't have the money, you're not old enough to drive or get a driver's license. So it's not like you could go back up there late. It's not like you could go back up there on your free time to get what you want, even if you wanted to. So that's the trouble about being a kid, y'all. But as you get to as you become older, you become an adult. You're old enough to do those things. You're old enough to work, make money, and work to get your driver's license and drive, and then you could go back and drive and get what you want, do what you want. But as a kid, no, you can't do that. So just gotta obey by your parents' rules, and if they tell you no, the answer is no. Another thing I used to always ask for, because I was a fan of wrestling a long time ago, when it was WWF. There was times I used to ask my mom if I could have a few wrestling action figures, and there was most of the time she said no. So just because you ask for stuff doesn't mean you're gonna get them. So, but yeah, otherwise it was pretty okay. That's the only things about my childhood that I enjoyed was the TV shows, all the TV shows, the movies, the video games, and just trying to have fun. The only thing I didn't like about my childhood was when I was really fat, I was overweight, I was at a risk of diabetes, and yeah, I was taking medicine after the seizure a long time ago. So that's probably what it was. So, but that's why I started working out when after a little bit after my seventh grade year, and I started working out and started making a change. So I was hitting the free weights through high school, and I was hitting the weights and doing other workouts through high school and college because I used to be on the wrestling team 3 years, and it just carries on with me. So hey, if I was able to go to wrestling practice 6 days a week, then that's the reason why I work out 6 days a week. So I was 28-7. I was 28-7 my senior year as my record. My senior year, I was 28-7. My senior year, took gold and went to regionals. I didn't do too good in regionals. I could have won my first match in the first round, but I wound up having a high ankle sprain, so I couldn't even wrestle the next round. So, but I had a lot of wins and had a good year, and this is why I still work out up until this day, even though I don't wrestle no more. I still got to take care of my body and self. And again, I don't smoke, I don't drink, or do any other drugs, or take any supplements or steroids. So those are the things that I do not do. So yeah, that's pretty much really about that's pretty much about me. Otherwise, after I'm on days that I don't work, or after I work out 6 days a week, all I pretty much do is just I have my meals, I chill and sometimes game, and that's pretty much it. So, but anyway, yeah, just wanted to make this shout out video to give that special thanks to Brian. To give that special thanks to Brian for making that trailer for me, and I really appreciate the work you put into it, Brian. It looks good, and try to work, and Brian, also try to make one for Dr. Josh too. Dr. Josh, the real gamer too. Make one for him. He deserves one as well. One Up Woman. I'm glad you're on my channel as well. I will help. I will do the best I can to help you and give you some pointers on the Streets of Rage too, because you'll get it. You'll get it down, One Up Woman. You'll get it. So it'll take time. It'll just take time, but you'll get it. And I just want to thank you three, and I want to thank you guys, and I want to thank all the other people who watched my trailer and commented on it. I want to thank you guys for doing that, and everybody else who subbed to my page, who's watched my videos, and who's viewed it. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all of you guys for taking the time to come by my streams and coming by my streams and watching my videos, and just checking them out. I thank you. I really want to thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna game and stream today. But if I don't, I'll see you guys next time. If I do, I'll do what I can. But just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, you guys, this is Garrett. This is your boy Garrett Spencer, and you guys take it easy. And I will see you guys the next time you guys stream, or the next time I stream. So you guys have a good day. Enjoy and be safe and stay out of trouble. All right, peace.